All right, that worked awesome. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Dinosaur Dungeon. We are live on YouTube. So, I just got to check my mic and make sure I'm working here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So, pretty much this video is a test to see how the setup works for the YouTube Live. They just started doing live videos through YouTube without the third-party software. I was able to just do it right through the browser. So I wanted to check this out and see if it worked out okay. So anyway, I'm excited to do this. I know I've been kind of neglecting my YouTube channel as of late, so I want to get back to doing a lot of new videos on it. So I figured what I would do right now is work on this dinosaur right here that you see. This is a Torosaurus, and while I work on that, I'm going to update you guys on exactly what I'm going to be doing in the near future as far as this YouTube channel. Levi, yes, Levi, it is a Torosaurus. I'm actually working on this for a customer right now. It's a commission piece. So I'll be explaining that and actually working on it a little bit. This video won't be too long. But if you are interested in seeing other live videos where I actually do sculpting, you can also head over to my Facebook page, Dinosaur Dungeon Facebook page. I do broadcast a lot of live video over there. And that's where I do usually sculpting or painting videos. I was doing live videos on Facebook for a while before and then uploading them to YouTube, but I don't know, I find that they don't really fit that well because they're not edited, right? So when you upload them later as a Facebook Live, they're not edited, so they're not as enjoyable to watch. So I'm going to try to make most of my work specific to YouTube when I upload to YouTube. So that's how I'm going to go. So I've got a series coming to YouTube. I'm going to do a series using the Masterpiece Models Parasaurolophus that I bought. It's actually a huge kit. It's, I think, like 3 feet long or something like that. So we're going to work on cleaning that up, cleaning the seams up, shaving the excess resin off. We're going to glue it, and then we're going to paint it. And I'm going to do the whole process, and I'm going to make YouTube videos for each step of the process to make a whole building and painting your own model kit series. So that's one thing that will be coming up very soon. I'm also going to do a review video on David Silva's Beasts of the Mesozoic Raptor line. I have one of the raptors, so I'm going to be reviewing that on the channel very soon. So those are a couple of things that are coming down the line. I'm also going to do some review videos on my own kits that I've completed. I sell all of my own model kits. So, and I've completed the Wendy Ceratops. It's now available as a model kit. The Yang Tyrannosaurus I recently completed. There's a Shunosaurus and a Camptosaurus. So I have 4 kits in the range. What you can see on my website, I'm going to post my own website also in the comments below if you guys want to check that out and let me know what you think. So also feel free to give me feedback on my website. I just set it up last week. So if you guys want to send me feedback on that, let me know what you think. Bill Daniel, well, thanks for the thumbs up. So yeah, that would be awesome. So I'm just posting ways that you can reach me or follow me other than YouTube. It's a good way to get a hold of me and let me know what you think of stuff, and let me know what you think of my work. And I also do commission work. I do a lot of commission painting and build-ups for people. I don't have any in the studio right now. I do have the Wendyceratops, which I will bring down. I just got to make sure that my microphone will attach or go all the way. It is one that's plugged in, but it does have a super long cord. So I'll quickly show you Wendyceratops. I'm just going to go behind my lights setup. Move some of my stuff out of the way and bring this down so you guys can see. All right, so there we go. So this is a 15th scale Wendyceratops ponoriensis. This was recently discovered a few years back by the people at the Royal Ontario Museum, and a woman named Wendy Sloboda, I believe her name is, and she was the one who actually discovered it. And then the paleontologists came out there and checked it out. I'm going to move the lights over this way for a minute so you can get there you go. So now you can see it nice and clearly. That's what it looks like. So I just recently completed this. I'll try to spin it around so you can see. Now this is a custom base. If you were to buy this as a model kit, it does not come with this base, but it comes with a normal, like a small base that isn't customized. I'll actually show you what. Here's another version. There you go. There's the exact same one. This is the model kit. It's the same as the one behind me. They're both model kits. They're resin. Thanks, Bill. So this is an unpainted version with the seams. Well, actually, it's got some Badger Stino-Res primer on it, and the seams have been filled. So that one needs to get painted up next. But that's just an example of one of the kits that I have available. If anybody's interested, again, you can contact me on my website. I'm just going to move those out of the way right now, and I'll explain some other things. There we go. Maybe on a future video, I'll show you the shelf above my desk. It's a whole line of resin model kits. Some are mine, some are other producers and model companies. They're all commissioned paint up jobs. There's some really cool stuff, like the one in the thumbnail for this video with the Kyoto Pentaceratops. So, but anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know. I also I'm not really sure how to work the YouTube. There's a section on YouTube I saw where people are doing like little polls and asking questions about like what would you like to see in a future video and stuff like that. So for the people watching, I'm going to ask that right now. You know, what would you like to see from this channel? Where would you like to see it going? You know, do you want to see more reviews of products? Now, I know there's some other channels that are really awesome doing reviews and stuff. Like Jurassic Collectibles, for instance, they do a great job of reviewing stuff, and I love watching those guys. But do you want to see reviews on here, or do you want to see it go like really in the direction of tutorials? You know, learning how to sculpt, how to paint, how to build models, some molding and casting tutorials, or would you like to see a mixture of both? So that's the that's one of the questions I have for people. And if I can figure out how to do it in a poll on YouTube, I'm also going to do it on my Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. Just to kind of gauge where to take the channel and get some new subscribers and stuff like that. And also for those people who collect dinosaur model kits, what dinosaurs would you like to see, and what scales do you know, like scale sizes do you collect at? You know, what's your preferred scale? You know, a lot of people like to collect in 1/20th scale because they're fairly large, but not oversized. There are people who love the 1/10th scale, which is huge, like you will see. Well, actually, you look at the review of the Parasaurolophus from Masterpiece, it's like that, 3 feet long. And we're going to do a whole section on that one very soon. I'm going to actually try to start at least making the first video of that this week. You know, or do you like the small dinosaurs, like the 1/40th scale and the figurines size? I know there's been a lot of people asking questions about me sculpting stuff like that. I actually did try to do a small piece, and it's been up on the shelf. I've just been kind of going over it. This is a little 1/40th Allosaurus that I've been working on. Slowly, I've got to do a lot more detail to the head. I've just kind of done some basic stuff. It needs some hands and stuff as well. It's mostly the basic shape that's down right now. You know, so there are people that like more stuff like that just for size. So, but anyway, I just want to know what you guys think about that and where you'd like this channel to go. So obviously people who are watching still can answer that. I see Bill's already answered with a mixture. Both would be great. So, and that's pretty much what the plan is for now. So I know that for sure, like I said, the review of the Beasts of the Mesozoic Raptors, I've got one so far. I might scoop up another couple to do reviews on, and then the video series on building and painting a dinosaur model kit. That's a definite future. So those are in the near future, and then also some kind of review previews of each individual dinosaur kit that I've built. I know I've done a couple on there. I believe I did the one for my Wendy Ceratops, but I got to get some older ones done. So that's going to be in the works in the near future. And if there's a specific video that you guys would like to see, then feel free to let me know. Head on over to the Dinosaur Dungeon Facebook page. You can send me a message there, or even a message through YouTube, or however you want to do it, and just say, like, this is what I really want to see. You know, I want to see a video on Jurassic Park dinosaurs, or, you know, how to paint this specific thing. And, you know, if it's something I know how to do or I can do, then I will definitely do that for you guys. So yeah, for sure, let me know. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to spend a couple minutes here before I go, because this is pretty much an update video. Then I'm going to do another video over on my Facebook page right after this, but I'm just going to explain this little piece here. So I'll try to bring the camera in as close as I can, and then zoom it down. And my camera unfortunately doesn't go any lower than that, so I'll have to do some work to figure that out. And I'm going to move the lights as close as I can. So this is a 1/20th scale Torosaurus bust. This is for this is a commission piece. So what happened was we did kind of a kit bash with a customer, and they well, it had an old Kyoto. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the company Kyoto Dinoland series of dinosaurs in the 1990s. They're 1/20th scale, so they're fairly big, but the head of the Triceratops was inaccurate. So we bought another model from a company called PNSO, or Pinzo, I call them. And they had a Triceratops, and this is the body. So we took the head off of the Triceratops and put it onto the Kyoto body, which made a really cool looking piece. But now we're left with a body, so we were deciding, well, what could we do with it? So we decided that we would sculpt, or I would sculpt for him, the head of a Torosaurus, and then we would attach it to the body. So I will actually kind of show you, because I've got it in line here. So that's pretty much how it hooks up so far. You can see basically what it'll look like when it's done. Now I got to modify the body a little bit because I find that this version is a little too flat on the top. There should be a little bit more of a hump going on. So I'll have to modify that. Now this is this clay here is super sculpty. So it's a clay that bakes in the oven. I'll show you the packaging. Everybody always asks me about this clay. So most people are probably familiar with it that do any of their own work. And what it's a bakeable clay, so I could leave this sit here for quite some time and it would not get hard. It does kind of, as it gets really old, it'll get a little crumbly, but other than that, it's a work at your own pace. Very good for beginners in that respect. So if you wanted to sculpt and you're slowly working on it, then you can leave it. There's a couple other kinds of clay that I use that I'll quickly explain. I always explain my clay pretty much in every video I do because I'm usually asked about it anyway, so I like to just explain it right off the top. So the other clay that I use is called Aves Epoxy Sculpt. The company is Aves, and the product is Epoxy Sculpt. I'm going to see without bumping into my... I'll have to move the light a little bit, and then I'll show you. I'll show you the packaging for that because it's always important. Now this one's actually called epoxy clay. I usually use epoxy sculpt, but they're very similar. This one's actually a little bit nicer to use, just a little bit, but it's also a little more pricey. So epoxy sculpt is fine, and it works great. And what I usually do, and I did with this one, is I put my epoxy underneath to give the sculpture a lot of strength, because when you're making them and you're cutting them up and making them into model kits and molding them and casting them, you need them to be strong. You don't want them to be breakable. And Sculpey is very strong, especially when you mix the firm and the regular together, but not near as strong as epoxy. So my process is wood and wire, tin foil to bulk it up, layer of epoxy clay or epoxy sculpt, and then I use the Sculpey for the finer muscles and the skin detail. So that's kind of the basic process that I use for that. And then a new clay that I'm trying that I'm really excited about, and I will show you guys in a future video, is monster clay. I've been sculpting a 3rd scale Therizinosaurus bust in monster clay, and I love that stuff. It's a mixture of like a medium plastilina type clay with almost with some waxy properties. I mean, I actually keep it in a crock pot. You can melt it right down. You can pour it into molds. You can sculpt with it. It's just versatile stuff that's amazing. So I don't know if I'm going to switch over to it completely, but for larger pieces and especially for busts and stuff, I'm definitely going to start using that clay. It works very well. So it's great, and I'm excited to show you that bust. I will be showing it to you very soon, and it might actually be in some previous videos, some earlier iterations of it, but I'm going to get it finished very soon and then show it to you guys. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys before I go, I'm going to move my camera a little bit, and I'm going to push this stuff back and bring this guy into the forefront as much as I possibly can. There we go. That's good. I think I got something stuck underneath here. No, we're good. Okay, so this here is a 1/15 scale Therizinosaurus. So I'm going to show you guys the 2 different sides. One's a lot more done than the other one. So this is the side that's more completed. Whoop, there we go. This is all baked clay right here. This is all hard. This piece here is the end of the arm, because you can see it's feathered up to here. I just haven't feathered this little part in the top. So I've got to work on that. So this will be the next dinosaur that is released in my own line of model kits. It's pretty huge, and this is the first piece where I've done feathers. I'll swing it around to the back and give you guys a nice close-up of the feather work that I did in the tail. This was a long process, and I sculpted each feather individually. So yeah, took quite some time, but I'm really excited about how the feather work turned out. And the other side is still, oh, I've got it. There we go. The other side is still not feathered yet, so we got to do that. I'm also working in pieces because, oh, thanks, Bill. I'm also working in pieces because, again, the plan to mold and cast, so this is already like a key. And then the head and neck, which are almost completed, fit directly on. There we go. So he's missing a lower jaw. I have to finish sculpting that, but there you can basically see how this animal will look when it's done. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to probably start working on this guy next week again. So, and get him done. He's actually probably work-wise about 10 hours out of being finished. So this guy's almost done. You can see now because the close-up that there's no skin detail at all at the top. So, but there's a lot at the bottom. So that'll be worked on. That's what I'm going to finish today and tomorrow. Get that guy done. Get this guy done. And you'll see more videos on that. So, and I guess my other hope is to do a video series, pick one dinosaur and do a video series where I'm doing the whole sculpting process. So those videos will take some time, and I've got to figure out how to do them because they would be lengthy videos. I mean, just to build an armature alone can take a couple of hours, and then, you know, bulking it out can take a couple hours, and sculpting obviously can take even longer. And believe it or not, I do not know how to make the videos where there are time-lapse videos. So I actually need to do some work or find somebody to help me figure out a good program for making videos and editing videos and doing the time lapse. So that's a future thing. WSH77 crazy. Thank you. Hope that I can see this beauty at Dan's Dinosaurs. Well, every model kit that I have produced to date is available through Dan's Dinosaurs. There's actually a dinosaur dungeon section in his model section at Dan's Dinosaurs. And when this one is done, it will also be available at Dan's Dinosaurs. Dan's a great guy, and I try to do as much work through him as I possibly can. So every kit that I am going to do in the foreseeable future will most likely go through him. So you can either get it direct from me or get it through him. Either way is good. And yes, that's Dan's a great guy. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I might, I've got a lot of good response from the Torosaurus actually. So I'm actually thinking of sculpting, because like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a commission. So this won't be available as a kit or anything like that, unless the person who commissioned me to do it somehow decides that they'd like to do that. But that costs them a little more money in the beginning to mold and cast, or pay for the molding and casting, and then you know, obviously then they recoup later when they sell it. But I might make my own one a little larger in a 15th scale, or make make another one in a 20th scale. So we'll see how it goes. If the interest is good, I'll talk to the person and see if we can't figure it out. No, in Korea, many Korean people love your products. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, and thank you so much. That's awesome. That's very nice. So I think I'm pretty much going to wrap it up around here. Yeah, I can imagine it'd be pretty hard to buy products and have them shipped over there. I've never actually shipped any of my products to Korea before. I have shipped to China and to Taiwan, but I have never shipped anything to Korea, so I don't know how difficult it is. But if you're ever interested in buying one, then you could always private message me on my Facebook page, and I could check into it for you and see. But anyway, those are the a couple of the products that are coming down the line. While this one is the large head that I told you about that you haven't seen in this video is coming soon. There's some new YouTube stuff, so I just want to let you guys know that the YouTube channel isn't dead. There's lots of new stuff coming down the line. I'm just figuring it all out, figuring how to make better videos. I just got a new microphone, which you're hearing now. I got a light for the camera and stuff. So I'm going to make better videos. I'm dedicated to the channel. Yeah, oh, take it easy, man. Oh, thanks, Bill. Thank you so much for such an awesome comment. So anyway, guys, take care. This video will stay up, so if anybody wants to watch it later or share it on Facebook or whatever, please do so. Tell your friends about the channel, get them to subscribe and watch it for new stuff. And have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later.